Look. Trump, he has barely disabled the deep state within our government itself. He hasn't really just did what he sought out to do, and he's really been struggling to do that, and in many ways he doesn't even understand the whole entire system itself drastically, and he wonders why John Bolton goes out and writes a book that's going to be a bestseller about his whole entire administration, making him look like a fool. Quite frankly honest with you, I don't feel sorry for him.
You know my belief on that. You know, in my opinion, it's because he hired Jeff Sessions, and Jeff Sessions really isn't as smart as people thought he was, and he recused himself. He got the position because, you know, he supported Trump early on, but also because he's a long-time senator and was supposedly so greatly respected and such a great man, blah, 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 lifetime politician. And then he gets in there and he follows these foreign ethics rules that were instated under Obama and says, yeah, I'll recuse myself and allow this investigation, you know, to go on. And he just fell right into.
But it was already out of Sessions' hands. It was already out of Sessions' hands.
You can't eliminate a deep state when you're under investigation for impeachment.
But
that's like they totally sabotaged him, and it totally worked because of Jeff Sessions.
It was already out of Sessions' hands. Obama was already investigating Trump. Obama had many of his properties under wiretap. Obama was listening to Trump, to many of his conversations. Trump was colluding with the Russians in some sense, but not in the way that they suggested Flynn was. And they understood that Trump had affiliated with Russia. They could use that to their advantage, on top of Flynn becoming the national security advisor to their advantage, which led to a lot of things, because he was going to become the most powerful person in terms of national security in our country and all the information he'll have available at his disposal. But it was really going to lead into Obama and Clinton and him and his knowledge that he has on them as well, releasing many things.
Well, that's exactly it proves my point. Why Trump has not been able to eliminate the deep state or reform it into what it would need to be for us to not be still under a really great authoritarian threat that, you know, could carry Biden to the presidency.
But if he was such a political whiz, why would he nominate John Bolton? Who is John Bolton? Why would he nominate him? A crony, technocratic, right-wing conspiracist himself. Why would Trump?
Well, he says, and I think there's some validity in here. But first of all, he's not a political expert, because he did make a lot of mistakes, and he started in the game in 2015 really as a serious candidate. He's not an expert, he was a beginner. But number two, the reason he says, or at least that people defend that he picked Bolton anyway, was because you want to have a lot of differing opinions. And there are some executives where that's true. They actually appoint people specifically to have differing opinions on their board, so that they, you know, there's different factions or, you know, different ideas that are represented, you know, before a final decision's made. I don't know if that's true. It might be true. It might not be true. But he fired him. He hired him. He actually came out while Bolton was still there, and he said, if we do things Bolton's way, we're gonna, you know, the entire world is going to explode. Well, fine. If we need to nuke people, then, you know, and then they respond with nukes, then at least, you know, we have, you know, the solution, and it's over, and we win the war. And that's why I think Bolton was fired. But Bolton, you know, even people who, you know, don't like Trump said Bolton was kind of like a pretty big scumbag for doing this.
Bolton was an idiot. Bolton is an idiot in terms of his whole entire national security philosophy. He's an idiot. And Trump nominated him, and not only is he now basically looking like a fool for doing so, but hell, Bolton is basically a proponent of the deep state himself in terms of the things that he was doing under Trump. Not only allowing it, but not really knowing, just really in a sophisticated sense of the deep state and how they really were still going about their agenda in terms of our foreign policy. The whole entire administration's been co-opted by the deep state, really, to be honest with you. He's done a little bit, somewhat, to try to limit the gains, but there's just no way, any way, that he's been able to really significantly reduce the size of the deep state throughout our whole entire federal government. Trump has not been able to do that.
Even, what's his name? Schumer, he went on, and it was like, if you attack our intelligence community, they have, you know, 1.5 million ways to get back at you, and that's exactly what they did. And, you know, under under impeachment, they're not going to, with all the rules and all the politics involved, while the Mueller investigation was going on, and then into impeachment with, that all still happened fairly recent ago, where he was acquitted, and that was their way to kind of neuter him and his ability to really drain the swamp, so to speak.
He hasn't, but that's the thing. The swamp has not been drained at all in any way, shape, or form. If anything, the swamp has really just merely been gaining on his presidency.
Well, it has been drained, and I can share sources with you and lists of names that have been gone and fired, which has been very good, but not to the degree that.
Not nearly to the degree that he would have to. This presidency is nowhere near a Reagan type of presidency. Let's just be clear about that. It's nowhere near that. He has not really significantly drastically shifted the government to truly drain the swamp of its deep state roots with technocratic politics and these establishment politicians who are embedded in the system and come up within the system itself. He should call it out for what it is and truly go after it. But you say he has to play these political games to basically stay alive and to keep his political future alive and to make all these compromises with them to keep his presidency alive. But if he was truly an outsider, a populist outsider, he would give the people what they truly want and truly go after the establishment truly for what it is.
Yeah, but you can't do that if you're impeached. And if he did do that, he would have been impeached. We wouldn't even be talking about this because he wouldn't be president.
So you basically said they wouldn't have impeached him, they would have got him.
They would have impeached him if he didn't compromise and make deals with the Senate leadership, like Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. They would have voted against him. That would have been very easy. There was only a few votes that mattered.